Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. For today's review, I'm going to take a look at the NECA Ultimate Edition Gipsy Danger from Pacific Rim. Now this guy came out in July of 2016, but I've only just added him to my collection, so let's take a look at how good this guy is. And here's the packaging for Ultimate Gipsy Danger. So in the front you've got a really lovely artwork of Gipsy Danger going through some cargo, which is quite nice, and this is actually a flip open lid, and on the inside there's a window which reveals the actual figure. And on the side you've got Ultimate Edition, Jaeger, Gipsy Danger, Pacific Rim, logos, same as on the top and also on the other side. And on the back you've got another artwork of Gipsy Danger and also a few little photos showing the figure and the features. And on the inside of the packaging you can see all the accessories laid out quite nicely there, and the figure itself is held in by twisty wire, and it comes with a nice little backing card which you can use as a display for the figure. He comes with a pair of interchangeable forearms because he comes packed with the plasma guns attached to the figure. I'll show you that in a little bit more detail in a minute. And he comes with interchangeable hands for the forearms. The hands that are attached to the forearms are closed fist hands for punching, and you can also put these open grasping hands onto the forearms, which is kind of cool. And he also comes with a pair of expanding blades that you can snap into the forearm part, just like in the movies. And these are pretty well painted. They are quite soft and they're a little bit warped straight out of the packaging, so you might need to heat it up with a hairdryer or something and then just make them nice and flat. And then he also comes with a chest effect part. I can't exactly remember what this was called, but it plugs into his chest, so when it lights up it kind of glows and it looks kind of cool. And to change the forearms over, you basically just pop these things out of the ball joint socket and plug the replacement forearm piece on. Now it's kind of tight, but not so tight that I might break the peg, which is good. Oops, well, something just fell off, but I'll pick it up in a sec. Turning it as I push it in, and there is the arm piece attached. And this is the piece that fell off. I think it's from the, oh yeah, his bicep cover. But that just plugs back in, I hope. Yep, good as new. And to change his hands over, again, just pull it out of the socket and push in the other hand. So the hand is much easier to swap over than the forearms. In fact, it is actually a little bit on the loose side. You can see there's a lot of play in there. And for the chest effect part, basically just plug it in the chest like this, and the button for the LED light is just on the side here. Just push that in and you can see the whole thing glowing. Now the LED isn't very bright, but if I turn off the studio lights, and that's the LED with the studio lights pretty much turned off, so again it's not very bright, but it looks kind of cool. Without the effect part it looks even better, I think. And here's a closer look at Gipsy. Overall, I think this sculpting work is very nice. There's a lot of nice little detail sculpted in this figure. You can see all the panel line sculpting detail there. The paint job is quite clean as well, and I do like that there is a black wash over the figure to give it a grittier look. There's nice tempo print detail there, 34 lines on the shoulder pads, quite nicely done. And then you've got the power button right here on the side, which is cool because it's sculpted to look like one of these little round details, so you don't really see it unless you're looking for it, which is kind of cool. And just having a look at the legs, you've got some nice sculpted piston detail there. Nice paint job, black wash, good clean print detail on these lines. Nice mechanical sculpt detail on the back there. So yeah, it's a fairly good looking sculpt. And with articulation, his head is on a ball joint, but it's sitting quite deep in the torso, and then there's a lot of things happening around it, so it's kind of hard to get the head to move very much. But it does go from side to side and a little bit down, but not too much, so mainly just side to side. These two bits, they're soft, so you can just bend them out of the way. And with the shoulders, it's actually on a ball joint, which is really weird, so there's no hinges here, so he can basically only rotate his arms around like that, and he can't lift up very far at all. So that's a really strange design choice for the shoulders, I think. The shoulder pad is on a ball joint as well, and then there is bicep swivel, so that goes all the way around, and there goes the bicep piece again. And of course there's a elbow joint, single jointed elbow joint, which gives you 90 degrees, and it also rotates because it's on a ball there, so you can also kind of move it in and out a little bit as well. And the wrist is on a ball joint, so you can rotate and turn it in and out a little bit as well. And for the torso, you can rotate him at the torso or at the diaphragm, and that goes all the way around. There's tiny bit of ab crunch, not that much going forward, but you can stretch it out or stretch it back, and then side to side, which is pretty good. There's no waist swivel. And coming down to his legs, he comes with a hinge and pin hip joint, so he can kick up that far and back that far, probably a little bit further. And he can also do that much of a split because these pieces on the side interfere. And then there's thigh swivel, so you can rotate his leg like this. And then double jointed knees, which gives him a really good bend. And then he's got ball jointed ankles, so you can tilt up, not too much down, side to side ankle rocking. And he's also got a toe joint, which pretty much flips his feet completely up. First up we have the NECA Ultimate Edition Striker Eureka. Here he is with SH Monster Arts Hollywood Godzilla. Here he is with SH Monster Arts Shin Godzilla. Here he is with Robodamashi Gundam Barbatos. Here he is with Robodamashi Evangelion. Here he is with DC Icons Superman. And lastly, here he is with Marvel Legends Hydra Soldier. And in terms of height, he measures in at just under 20 centimeters. Overall, he's a very nicely sculpted figure. Oops, there goes the blade. And I love this light up gimmick. Anything with light up gimmicks, you know, you pretty much sold me halfway. So this is really nicely done. There's some nice paint detail in there, so that's a bonus. The articulation on this guy is okay, not too bad. And he does look good displayed with my Godzillas. I don't actually have any of the Pacific Rim Kaiju figures, but he does look good displayed with my Godzilla figures, so that was one of the main reasons why I got him. And I would recommend this figure to anybody that likes mechas or any fans of Pacific Rim. It is very well detailed and it does look great on display. And that concludes my review of the NECA Ultimate Edition Gipsy Danger. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks again for tuning in and watching my review. If you have any comments or any questions, please leave it in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time for another toy review.